It's time for Cutting Edge Consciousness with Freeman Michaels and Barnett Bain. Thought-provoking discussions and bold ideas from the edge of possibility.
First of all, really impressed. I mean, to say that you're committing yourself to this is a powerful thing. To say it publicly and declare that, you're a brave woman.
Well, you know, it's so funny because I've loved this work. You know, I've spoken and I've been coaching people for years and years and years. And yet the whole thing of giving and really giving back has been where my passion has always come from. And when you are called to do something, it does take courage, because when I came back from Africa, there was this little voice inside that said, Cynthia, why don't you just do this full time now? And there was this much louder voice that said, you can't do this full time. You need to make money. What are you thinking? And I had such resistance to following that calling, and finally the calling was so loud, and I would just give it some space, and the other voice just kind of, you know, got quieter.
Wow.
And I was able to just to say yes. And I'm telling you, when we say yes, that's really when miracles can come forward, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
So you're such a perfect guest for this show, and I'll tell you why. There's a question that Barnett and I like to ask each other. We like to ask, this is the question if you ask Barnett and I. It's, what is your edge? What is your edge? And for both of us, really, there is this piece of going to the edge, and then once we're off it, we realize that we're taken care of.
Right.
But that's a big leap, isn't it?
Yes. Well, it's fascinating because, I remember feeling afraid, like, oh my gosh, who's going to support me? And what happened when I made the decision just to move forward, the experience that I'm having now is how supported I am in every single way.
Awesome.
But you can't have the experience until you have the courage to follow the inspiration, and then, of course, trust that it will be there. And it always is.
Well, you have dealt with looking into that future and feeling, I want to follow my heart's true calling. I've identified it, and my goodness, I don't know how I'm going to be supported in doing that, and I don't know how I'm going to find a team to support me in doing this great work that I have imagined, and yet you persevered, and then all of the yabbits came up, yabbit, and all of the why nots, and all of the resistances, and all of the bad stories. I'll die, I'll starve. Barnett's gonna have to take in my dogs. all of this stuff came up,
right.
And you listened to it all, and you made space for it all, and then you rounded the cape of good fortune. You went to that heart place, and you tapped into the courage.